Few individuals in history have had as profound an impact on the modern world as Thomas Alva Edison. Known as the Wizard of Menlo Park, Edison was one of the most prolific inventors of all time, holding over 1,000 patents across a wide range of fields. His innovations in electric power, sound recording, and motion pictures revolutionized everyday life and laid the foundation for much of today's technological landscape. However, Edison was more than just an inventor. He was also a visionary entrepreneur, a tireless worker, and a man whose influence extended far beyond his own lifetime. His ability to turn ideas into practical applications transformed the way people lived, worked, and communicated, making him a central figure in the development of modern industry and technology. Edison's journey from a curious young boy with little formal education to a world-renowned inventor is a testament to the power of perseverance, creativity, and relentless ambition. Born in an era of rapid industrial and scientific progress, he capitalized on the opportunities presented by the 19th century technological boom. His contributions to the electric light industry alone reshaped urban life, bringing illumination to homes, businesses, and streets across the world. Before Edison, life after sunset was dictated by the dim glow of candles and gas lamps. After him, the world embraced the brilliance of electric lighting, heralding a new age of progress and innovation. Beyond the light bulb, Edison's work in phonographs and motion pictures helped define the entertainment industry as we know it today. The ability to record and reproduce sound brought music into homes, and the motion picture camera laid the foundation for the film industry. His work also extended into telecommunications, cementing his status as a pioneer in multiple fields. Edison's relentless drive to improve technology and make it accessible to the public was a key factor in his success. He was not just an inventor, but also a businessman who understood the importance of commercializing his discoveries, ensuring they reached as many people as possible. However, Edison's legacy is not without controversy. He was known for his aggressive business tactics, including fierce rivalries with other inventors such as Nikola Tesla. The war of currents between Edison's direct current, DC, system and Tesla's alternating current, AC, remains one of the most famous technological battles in history. Edison also faced criticism for his treatment of employees and competitors, sometimes prioritizing personal gain over collaboration. Despite these controversies, his impact on the modern world is undeniable, and his name remains synonymous with innovation. Edison's life and work exemplify the spirit of the American dream. He was a self-made man who overcame obstacles to achieve greatness. Unlike many inventors of his time, he did not rely on an advanced university education. Instead, he cultivated his knowledge through experimentation and hands-on experience. His laboratory at Menlo Park became the first ever research and development facility, setting the stage for the corporate innovation labs that drive today's technological advancements. In many ways, Edison not only shaped the future, but also revolutionized the process of invention itself. The significance of Edison's contributions can be understood by examining the world before and after his innovations. Prior to his work, electrical power was not widely available, recorded sound was non-existent, and moving pictures were merely an idea. Today, these technologies are integral to modern life, demonstrating how a single individual's vision can alter the course of history. Edison's impact extends beyond his own inventions. His approach to research, development, and commercialization influenced countless inventors and entrepreneurs who followed in his footsteps. To appreciate Edison's genius fully, one must also consider the sheer breadth of his work. While he is best known for the light bulb, his patents spanned industries as diverse as telecommunications, energy, and medical devices. He was constantly looking for ways to improve existing technologies, whether by refining battery storage, enhancing telegraph communication, or developing better recording methods. His ability to apply scientific principles to real-world applications made him not just an innovator, but a practical problem solver whose work addressed everyday challenges. Despite his many successes, Edison experienced numerous failures throughout his career. He often emphasized the importance of persistence, famously stating that he had not failed, but rather discovered thousands of ways that did not work. This resilience was a defining trait of his character and serves as an inspiration to inventors and entrepreneurs to this day. His willingness to experiment, take risks, and learn from mistakes underscores the fundamental principles of innovation. Ideas must be tested, refined, and sometimes even discarded before breakthroughs occur. Today, Edison's legacy lives on in ways he likely never could have imagined. His pioneering spirit continues to inspire scientists, engineers, and entrepreneurs worldwide. His influence is evident in modern advancements in renewable energy, digital media, and artificial intelligence, fields that build upon the technological foundations he helped establish. Although the world has changed significantly since Edison's time, the fundamental principles of discovery, invention, and determination that he championed remain as relevant as ever. As we delve deeper into Edison's life, inventions, and impact in the following chapters, we will explore not only his greatest triumphs, but also the struggles and controversies that defined his career. By examining both his achievements and his shortcomings, we can gain a more complete understanding of the man who forever changed the course of human history. From a humble boy with a passion for experimentation to a legendary figure who illuminated the world, Thomas Edison's story is one of ingenuity, perseverance, and an unyielding pursuit of progress. Thomas Alva Edison was born on February 11, 1847, in Milan, Ohio, a small but bustling canal town. He was the youngest of 7 children born to Samuel and Nancy Edison. His father was a political activist and businessman, while his mother was a former schoolteacher who played a significant role in shaping his early education. Despite the modest means of his family, young Edison exhibited an early curiosity for the world around him. His inquisitive nature, coupled with a strong work ethic, would later define his success as an inventor. However, his path to becoming one of history's greatest innovators was far from conventional. Edison's formal education was brief and unremarkable. He attended school for only a few months before his teacher labeled him as difficult due to his persistent questioning and unconventional thinking. This characterization frustrated his mother, who believed in his potential. Nancy Edison decided to withdraw him from school and educate him at home, fostering an environment where he was free to learn at his own pace. This decision proved to be crucial, as it allowed Edison to develop his knowledge through self-directed study, reading, and hands-on experimentation rather than conforming to rigid academic structures. From a young age, Edison displayed a voracious appetite for knowledge. He was particularly fascinated by science and mechanics, spending countless hours reading books on physics, chemistry, and engineering. He was drawn to works by prominent scientists such as Michael Faraday, whose studies on electromagnetism would later inspire Edison's own experiments. Unlike traditional students, he learned not through rote memorization, but through practical application. This hands-on approach became a hallmark of his problem-solving method throughout his career. At the age of 12, Edison took his first job selling newspapers and candy on the Grand Trunk Railroad, traveling between Port Huron and Detroit. This experience not only provided him with financial independence, but also exposed him to new ideas and technological advancements. During his time on the railroad, he set up a small laboratory in the baggage car, where he conducted chemical experiments. Though his experiments ended abruptly after a fire broke out, the experience reinforced his love for scientific inquiry and problem-solving. It was also during this time that Edison's interest in telegraphy began to take shape. A defining moment occurred when he saved a 3-year-old boy from being struck by a runaway train. As a reward, the boy's grateful father, a telegraph operator, taught Edison the fundamentals of telegraphy. This skill opened new doors for him, leading to a series of jobs as a telegraph operator across different cities. Working in the fast-paced world of telegraphy honed his technical skills and exposed him to the latest electrical innovations, setting the stage for his future inventions. Edison's career as a telegraph operator was instrumental in shaping his understanding of electrical signals and communication. He quickly became known for his ability to improve telegraph machines, devising new methods to increase their efficiency. His natural ingenuity and relentless experimentation led to his first major breakthrough, an improved telegraph repeater, which allowed messages to be transmitted over longer distances without manual intervention. This early success marked the beginning of his journey as an inventor. However, Edison's relentless pursuit of knowledge often came at a cost. He suffered from significant hearing loss, which some historians believe resulted from a bout of scarlet fever during childhood, while others speculate it was caused by an accident involving a moving train. Regardless of the cause, his partial deafness did not hinder his ambitions. In fact, he often credited his hearing impairment for allowing him to concentrate deeply on his work without distractions. Instead of seeing it as a limitation, Edison embraced it as an advantage that helped him focus on problem solving. By the time he was in his late teens, Edison had already begun filing patents for his inventions. His early experiments in telegraphy led to the creation of the duplex telegraph, which could send two messages simultaneously over a single wire. This innovation demonstrated his ability to improve existing technologies, a skill that would later define his career. Unlike many inventors of his time, Edison did not merely seek to create new devices. He aimed to refine and enhance existing technologies to make them more practical and accessible. Edison's early life and unconventional education played a crucial role in shaping the inventor he would become. His mother's decision to nurture his curiosity outside of traditional schooling, his exposure to telegraphy, and his first-hand experience with mechanical work all contributed to his future success. While he lacked a formal university education, his ability to learn independently and apply knowledge practically set him apart from his peers. His story serves as a testament to the idea that innovation is not solely the product of formal education, but also of curiosity, persistence, and hands-on experience. As Edison transitioned from a curious young boy to an ambitious young inventor, the foundation for his groundbreaking career had already been laid. His early experiences with telegraphy and mechanics, combined with his tireless work ethic, positioned him for even greater achievements. In the next chapter, we will explore how Edison took his first steps into the world of innovation, securing his place in history as one of the most influential figures in science and technology. By the time Thomas Edison reached his early 20s, he had already demonstrated an exceptional ability to understand and improve technological systems. His experiences as a telegraph operator had provided him with deep insights into electrical communication, and his early experiments hinted at his potential to become a prolific inventor. However, his journey toward innovation was not without obstacles. Financial struggles, failed experiments, and moments of doubt marked his early career. Yet, through persistence and an unwavering belief in his abilities, Edison took his first significant steps into the world of invention, setting the stage for the groundbreaking work that would follow. Edison's first patented invention was the electric vote recorder, a device designed to speed up the voting process in legislative bodies. Filed in 1868, this invention allowed lawmakers to cast their votes electronically, eliminating the need for time-consuming roll call votes. However, despite its technical ingenuity, the device was a commercial failure. Legislators rejected it because it removed the ability for political maneuvering during the voting process. This early setback taught Edison a critical lesson. Successful inventions were not only about technical feasibility, but also about market demand. This realization would shape his future approach to innovation. Determined to find a more commercially viable invention, Edison turned his attention back to telegraphy, an area in which he had substantial expertise. In 1869, he developed the duplex telegraph, which allowed two messages to be transmitted simultaneously over a single wire. This was a significant improvement in communication technology, increasing efficiency and reducing costs for telegraph companies. The success of this invention helped Edison secure his first major financial breakthrough, as he was able to sell the rights to his improvements for a substantial sum. With his earnings from the duplex telegraph, Edison relocated to Newark, New Jersey, where he established his first small laboratory. It was in this setting that he refined his approach to systematic invention, hiring assistants to help with experimentation and testing. His next major breakthrough came in 1871 when he invented the universal stock ticker, a device that improved the transmission of stock market prices. The ticker became widely adopted by financial institutions, and Edison sold the rights to the Gold and Stock Telegraph Company for $40,000, a significant sum at the time. This success provided him with the financial stability to focus entirely on his work as an inventor. The stock ticker's success marked a turning point in Edison's career. It solidified his reputation as a problem solver who could transform existing technologies into more efficient and practical tools. More importantly, it reinforced his belief in the commercial potential of innovation. Unlike many inventors who focus purely on technical achievements, Edison recognized that an invention's true impact depended on its ability to be mass-produced and widely adopted. This mindset would guide him in his later work with electric lighting, phonographs, and motion pictures. Despite these early achievements, Edison remained unsatisfied. He believed that true innovation required a structured approach to experimentation, rather than relying on sporadic moments of inspiration. In 1876, he took a significant step by establishing a larger research facility in Menlo Park, New Jersey. This marked the beginning of what would later be recognized as the world's first industrial research laboratory. Unlike traditional inventors who worked in isolation, Edison built a team of skilled assistants, creating an environment where ideas could be rapidly developed, tested, and refined. This collaborative approach revolutionized the process of invention, setting a precedent for modern research and development labs. Edison's work at Menlo Park was characterized by an extraordinary work ethic and a relentless pursuit of practical solutions. He and his team worked long hours, often experimenting with hundreds of variations of a single idea before finding a successful solution. His philosophy was simple. Invention was not the product of genius alone, but of systematic trial and error. This belief is best encapsulated in one of his most famous quotes: "Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration." His methodical approach enabled him to develop multiple inventions simultaneously, ensuring a steady flow of new technological advancements. One of the most notable aspects of Edison's early career was his ability to identify technological gaps and capitalize on them. He did not always seek to create entirely new devices, but often focused on improving existing technologies. His enhancements to the telegraph system, for example, did not involve creating a completely new form of communication, but rather making the process more efficient and reliable. This practical mindset made him one of the most successful inventors of his time, as he consistently delivered solutions that met real-world needs. Edison's rise as an inventor during this period was also fueled by his growing business acumen. Unlike many inventors who struggled to monetize their work, he understood the importance of securing patents and forming strategic partnerships with investors. He actively sought financial backing for his projects, ensuring that his inventions had the resources needed to reach the market. His ability to combine technical expertise with business strategy played a crucial role in his long-term success, allowing him to continue innovating on a large scale. By the late 1870s, Edison had already established himself as a formidable force in the world of invention. His work in telegraphy and stock market technology had provided him with both financial security and a strong reputation. However, his most significant achievements were still to come. The next chapter of his life would see the creation of one of the most transformative inventions in history, the practical electric light bulb. As Edison's ambitions grew, so too did the impact of his work, setting the stage for the electrification of the modern world. By the mid-1870s, Thomas Edison had already achieved considerable success as an inventor and entrepreneur, but he was still searching for a way to streamline and accelerate the process of innovation. He recognized that invention was not merely the result of isolated moments of inspiration, but rather a systematic process that required collaboration, experimentation, and iteration. This realization led him to establish what would become one of his most influential contributions to science and technology, the Menlo Park Laboratory. In 1876, with the financial gains from his earlier inventions, Edison acquired land in Menlo Park, New Jersey, and built a research and development facility that would become the first industrial research laboratory in history. Unlike traditional workshops of the time, which were primarily used by individual inventors working alone, Menlo Park was designed as a collaborative environment where teams of scientists, engineers, and technicians could work together under Edison's leadership. This pioneering approach to invention allowed for continuous and systematic experimentation, transforming the way new technologies were developed. The Menlo Park Laboratory was a remarkable facility, equipped with the latest tools and resources necessary for electrical and mechanical experimentation. Edison ensured that the laboratory contained a vast array of materials, including rare metals, chemicals, and specialized equipment, giving his team the ability to experiment freely and innovate rapidly. This well-organized workspace became the epicenter of some of the most groundbreaking technological advancements of the 19th century. It was here that Edison and his team made significant improvements to telegraphy, developed the phonograph, and worked toward the creation of a long-lasting electric light bulb. One of the defining characteristics of Menlo Park was Edison's relentless work ethic and his expectation that his employees share his dedication. Edison was known for working long hours, often sleeping in his laboratory rather than returning home. His team followed suit, frequently working through the night to refine experiments and solve technical challenges. This intense environment, while demanding, fostered a culture of innovation and rapid development, allowing the lab to produce inventions at an unprecedented rate. Perhaps the most famous invention to emerge from Menlo Park was the phonograph, which Edison introduced in 1877. The phonograph was the first device capable of recording and playing back sound, a concept that had never before been realized in a practical form. The invention astonished the public and established Edison's reputation as a genius. He was hailed as the Wizard of Menlo Park, a title that would follow him for the rest of his career. Unlike his earlier telegraphy improvements, which were primarily used in industrial and commercial settings, the phonograph had widespread consumer appeal, marking a shift in Edison's focus toward mass-market innovations. Following the success of the phonograph, Edison turned his attention to one of the greatest engineering challenges of his time, the development of a practical electric light bulb. Although he was not the first to attempt electric lighting, other inventors had experimented with incandescent lamps before him. Edison sought to create a bulb that was both long-lasting and commercially viable. His approach to solving this problem was emblematic of the Menlo Park philosophy: systematic experimentation, collaboration, and an unwavering commitment to refining ideas until a breakthrough was achieved. The work on electric lighting required the development of not just a reliable filament for the light bulb, but also an entire system of electrical generation and distribution. Edison understood that for electric light to replace gas lamps, he would need to create a complete infrastructure, including power plants, wiring systems, and electrical meters. This comprehensive vision set him apart from other inventors of the time and demonstrated his ability to think beyond individual inventions, considering how they would function within a larger technological ecosystem. Despite his success, Edison faced criticism for his aggressive business tactics and his tendency to take credit for the work of his assistants. While it is undeniable that he was the driving force behind Menlo Park, many of the innovations developed were the result of collaborative efforts. Scientists such as Francis Upton, Charles Batchelor, and John Croce played crucial roles in the development of key inventions, but Edison often received sole recognition in the public eye. This dynamic would later lead to tensions and disputes over credit, a common issue in the world of industrial research and development. The Menlo Park Laboratory was not just a place of invention, it was a model for future research institutions. It demonstrated the power of organized scientific inquiry and laid the groundwork for the modern R&D laboratories that drive technological advancements today. Companies such as General Electric, Bell Labs, and countless other research institutions have followed in Edison's footsteps, adopting the collaborative and systematic approach to innovation that he pioneered. By the early 1880s, Edison had outgrown Menlo Park, and his focus shifted toward larger-scale industrial projects, particularly the electrification of cities. He moved his operations to New York City, where he would establish power stations and compete in the battle between direct current, DC, and alternating current, AC. Although Menlo Park would eventually fade from prominence, its legacy endured as the birthplace of some of the most transformative inventions in history. In the next chapter, we will explore one of Edison's most significant contributions, the development of the practical electric light bulb, and the creation of the first electrical power system. This achievement would not only solidify his place in history, but also revolutionize the way people lived, worked, and interacted with the world around them. Among Thomas Edison's many achievements, none is as widely recognized or as impactful as his development of the practical incandescent light bulb. While often credited as the sole inventor of electric lighting, Edison was not the first to conceive the idea of an incandescent lamp. Several inventors before him, including Humphrey Davy, Warren de la Rue, and Joseph Swan, had experimented with electric lighting, but none had successfully created a long-lasting, commercially viable solution. Edison's genius lay not in inventing the light bulb itself, but in refining and perfecting it to the point where it could be widely adopted by the public. The challenge of creating a practical light bulb was significant. Early attempts at incandescent lamps faced numerous problems, including short lifespan, excessive energy consumption, and poor durability. The key obstacle was finding the right filament material, one that could glow brightly when heated by an electric current yet remain intact for extended periods. Edison and his team at Menlo Park embarked on an exhaustive process of testing different materials, experimenting with thousands of substances to determine the most effective filament. Through rigorous trial and error, Edison discovered that carbonized bamboo fiber made an ideal filament, capable of lasting over 1,200 hours in a vacuum-sealed glass bulb. This breakthrough, achieved in 1879, marked a turning point in the quest for electric lighting. Unlike previous designs, Edison's bulb was practical for everyday use. It emitted a steady, warm light and was durable enough to be manufactured and sold on a large scale. The success of the light bulb cemented Edison's reputation as one of history's greatest inventors and further reinforced the power of systematic experimentation. However, Edison understood that the light bulb alone was not enough to revolutionize the way people lived. For electric lighting to replace gas lamps, it required a reliable source of electrical power. Recognizing this need, Edison developed an entire electric power distribution system that could generate and deliver electricity efficiently. This system included power stations, underground wiring, and electrical meters, allowing homes and businesses to be connected to a centralized power grid. To demonstrate the potential of electric lighting, Edison conducted public demonstrations of his invention. In December 1879, he showcased his light bulbs in Menlo Park, drawing thousands of visitors who marveled at the brilliance of electric illumination. This event captured the public's imagination and generated widespread interest in the new technology. Soon after, Edison set out to implement a full-scale electrical system in New York City, establishing the world's first commercial power station at Pearl Street in Lower Manhattan in 1882. The Pearl Street station supplied direct current, DC, electricity to a small number of customers, primarily businesses and wealthy households. It was a groundbreaking achievement, proving that electric lighting could be deployed on a large scale. However, the adoption of electric lighting was initially slow due to the high cost of installation and the need for an extensive infrastructure overhaul. Nonetheless, as the benefits of electric power became evident, cleaner, safer, and more efficient than gas lighting, demand grew rapidly. Edison's work on electric lighting did not go unchallenged. One of his biggest rivals was British scientist Joseph Swan, who had independently developed a similar incandescent light bulb around the same time. Legal disputes arose between the two inventors, as both sought to claim priority over the invention. Eventually, Edison and Swan reached a compromise, forming a joint company, Edison and Swan United Electric Light Company, which helped to commercialize the technology in Britain. Another, more formidable, challenge came in the form of the War of Currents, a fierce battle between Edison's direct current, DC, system and Nikola Tesla's alternating current, AC, system, which was backed by industrialist George Westinghouse. Edison strongly opposed AC, arguing that it was too dangerous for widespread use, and engaged in a public campaign to discredit it. Despite his efforts, AC ultimately proved to be more efficient for long-distance power transmission and became the dominant form of electrical distribution. This defeat marked a rare instance in which Edison's vision did not prevail, but it did not diminish his contributions to electrification. Despite these challenges, The impact of Edison's light bulb was profound and far-reaching. It transformed modern society by extending the productive hours of the day, improving workplace safety, and enabling the rapid growth of cities. The shift from gas lamps to electric lighting also reduced fire hazards, lowered air pollution, and laid the foundation for the modern electrical industry. Edison's innovations in lighting and power generation helped usher in the Second Industrial Revolution, driving advancements in manufacturing, transportation, and communication. The invention of the practical incandescent light bulb remains one of the most significant technological advancements in human history. While Edison did not invent the concept, his ability to refine, commercialize, and implement electric lighting on a large scale ensured its widespread adoption. His work not only illuminated homes and streets, but also paved the way for future electrical innovations. In the next chapter, we will explore Edison's continued work in invention and business, as well as his ventures into new fields such as sound recording and motion pictures. His relentless pursuit of innovation did not stop with electric lighting. He continued to shape modern technology in ways that extended far beyond his most famous creation. While Thomas Edison is most commonly associated with electric lighting, another of his most remarkable and enduring contributions to modern technology was the phonograph, the first device capable of recording and playing back sound. This invention, introduced in 1877, not only transformed the way people experienced music and spoken word, but also laid the foundation for the entire sound recording industry. It was a revolutionary breakthrough that expanded the possibilities of communication, entertainment, and education in ways that were previously unimaginable. The phonograph was born out of Edison's work on improving the telegraph and telephone. While experimenting with sound transmission, Edison discovered that sound vibrations could be captured, stored, and reproduced using a stylus and a rotating surface. This discovery led him to develop a device that could record sound waves as indentations on a tinfoil-covered cylinder. By reversing the process, the indentations could then be traced by a stylus, reproducing the original sound. In December 1877, Edison demonstrated the phonograph for the first time, astonishing his audience by playing back a recorded rendition of "Mary Had a Little Lamb." The phonograph was an instant sensation, earning Edison widespread acclaim and reinforcing his reputation as the Wizard of Menlo Park. Unlike many of his other inventions, which required years of refinement before becoming commercially viable, the phonograph was functional from the moment it was introduced. However, the early versions of the device had significant limitations, including poor sound quality and fragile recording surfaces. Despite these flaws, the phonograph's potential was undeniable, and Edison believed it would have a profound impact on society. Edison initially envisioned the phonograph as a business tool, with applications in dictation, education, and archival recording. He imagined that it would revolutionize office work, allowing people to record their voices instead of relying on handwritten notes. Additionally, he believed the device could be used for talking books for the blind, recording family history, and preserving important speeches. However, he did not immediately recognize the phonograph's potential for music, which would later become its most dominant application. After his initial work on the phonograph, Edison became preoccupied with his research on electric lighting and power systems. As a result, he largely neglected the phonograph for nearly a decade, allowing other inventors and companies to refine and improve upon the technology. During this time, Alexander Graham Bell and his Volta Laboratory team made significant advancements, replacing the fragile tinfoil cylinder with wax cylinders, which offered better durability and sound quality. This period of competition drove the phonograph's evolution and paved the way for its commercial success. Recognizing the growing demand for recorded sound, Edison returned to the phonograph in the late 1880s, determined to reclaim his place in the industry. He developed an improved version of the device, using wax cylinders instead of tinfoil, and established the Edison Phonograph Company in 1888. This version of the phonograph became the basis for early record players, allowing users to purchase and play pre-recorded cylinders. By the early 1890s, music recordings were becoming a popular form of entertainment, and the phonograph industry began to take shape. One of Edison's greatest challenges in the phonograph business was competition. Other companies, such as the Columbia Phonograph Company and the Victor Talking Machine Company, introduced their own improvements in marketing strategies, making sound recording more accessible to the general public. The introduction of the flat disc record, pioneered by Emil Berliner, eventually overtook Edison's cylinder-based system, marking a turning point in the evolution of recorded music. While Edison continued to produce cylinder phonographs, discs proved to be more practical, leading to the rise of the modern gramophone and record industry. Despite facing competition, Edison remained committed to innovation in sound recording. He experimented with ways to improve sound fidelity, developing the diamond disc phonograph in 1912, which offered superior audio quality compared to previous models. However, his insistence on using cylinders and discs that were incompatible with industry standards limited his commercial success. As a result, companies like Victor and Columbia dominated the market, while Edison's influence in the phonograph industry gradually declined. Nevertheless, the impact of the phonograph was profound and lasting. It revolutionized the entertainment industry, making music more accessible to people around the world. Before the phonograph, music was limited to live performances, but sound recording allowed songs to be preserved and enjoyed repeatedly. It also paved the way for future innovations in radio, film soundtracks, and modern digital audio technology. Edison's phonograph laid the foundation for an industry that continues to thrive in the 21st century, from vinyl records to streaming services. Edison's work on the phonograph demonstrated his ability to envision entirely new possibilities for technology. While he may not have fully anticipated the extent of its cultural impact, his invention fundamentally changed how people engage with sound. The phonograph marked another milestone in Edison's career, reinforcing his legacy as a visionary inventor. In the next chapter, we will explore Edison's contributions to the world of motion pictures, another field where his inventive mind played a crucial role. Just as he revolutionized sound recording, he would also help lay the groundwork for the film industry, bringing moving images to life for the first time. As Thomas Edison continued to push the boundaries of technological innovation, his interests expanded beyond electric lighting and sound recording. In the late 19th century, he turned his attention to a new frontier: motion pictures. Just as he had revolutionized communication and entertainment with the phonograph, Edison sought to do the same with moving images. His work in this field laid the foundation for the modern film industry, bringing the magic of cinema to the world. Edison's interest in motion pictures was a natural extension of his work with the phonograph. He believed that if sound could be recorded and played back, then visual images could be captured and reproduced in a similar way. However, the technology required to accomplish this was far more complex. Early attempts at creating moving images relied on sequential photographs displayed in rapid succession. But these methods were primitive and lacked a practical mechanism for continuous projection. To achieve his vision, Edison assigned one of his most talented engineers, William Kennedy Laurie Dixon, to develop a device capable of recording and displaying moving images. By the early 1890s, Dixon and his team at Edison's laboratory had successfully created the kinetograph, one of the first practical motion picture cameras. Using celluloid film strips, the kinetograph captured a series of images at a rapid pace, creating the illusion of motion when played back. This invention marked a turning point in visual storytelling, enabling the birth of modern cinema. Alongside the kinetograph, Edison and his team also developed the kinetoscope, a single-viewer device that allowed individuals to watch short films through a peephole. Unlike today's projectors, which display images on a screen for large audiences, the kinetoscope was designed for personal viewing. In 1894, Edison opened the first kinetoscope parlor in New York City, where customers could pay to watch short films of various subjects, including dancers, boxing matches, and everyday street scenes. These early motion pictures, though simple, fascinated the public and demonstrated the potential of the new medium. Edison's motion picture technology quickly gained popularity, and kinetoscope parlors spread to major cities in the United States and Europe. The success of the kinetoscope inspired other inventors and filmmakers to expand on the idea, leading to the development of motion picture projection systems that could display films to larger audiences. While Edison initially resisted the shift to projection, preferring the individual viewing experience of the kinetoscope, he eventually recognized the commercial potential of projected films. In 1896, Edison introduced the Vitascope, a film projector that allowed motion pictures to be screened before an audience. This marked the beginning of the movie theater era, where large crowds could gather to watch films together. Edison's involvement in film production grew, and his studio, known as the Black Maria, became one of the first dedicated motion picture production facilities. The Black Maria, located in New Jersey, was a simple, tar paper-covered structure with a rotating roof designed to let in natural sunlight for filming. It was here that some of the earliest motion pictures were made. Despite Edison's early dominance in the film industry, competition soon emerged. Filmmakers such as Auguste and Louis Lumière in France and Georges Méliès began developing more advanced techniques, including narrative storytelling and special effects. The Lumière brothers' invention of the cinematograph, which combined camera, projector, and film printer into a single device, allowed for a more versatile and portable filming process. This innovation helped shift the motion picture industry away from Edison's kinetoscope and toward projected films. Edison, determined to maintain control over the growing film industry, sought to protect his patents aggressively. He engaged in legal battles against independent filmmakers and companies that used similar technology. In 1908, he helped form the Motion Picture Patents Company, MPPC, also known as the Edison Trust, which attempted to monopolize film production, distribution, and exhibition in the United States. The MPPC required filmmakers to obtain licenses to use Edison's patented technology, limiting competition and controlling the types of films that could be made. However, Edison's strict control over the industry led to resistance from independent filmmakers. Many sought to escape the MPPC's restrictions and relocated to Hollywood, California, where they could produce films free from Edison's influence. This migration contributed to the rise of Hollywood as the center of the American film industry, a shift that ultimately diminished Edison's control over motion pictures. By the 1910s, new filmmaking techniques, longer feature films, and the emergence of major studios such as Paramount Pictures and Universal Studios signaled the decline of Edison's dominance in the industry. Although Edison eventually withdrew from motion picture production, his contributions to early cinema were undeniably influential. His inventions provided the technical foundation for the film industry, and his pioneering efforts helped transform motion pictures from a novelty into a major form of entertainment. The advancements made during his time laid the groundwork for future innovations, including sound films, color cinematography, and digital filmmaking. Edison's involvement in motion pictures exemplified his relentless pursuit of innovation across multiple industries. While he did not ultimately control the future of cinema, his work played a crucial role in shaping its early development. His legacy in the film industry remains evident today, as the principles of motion picture technology that he helped establish continue to evolve and inspire new generations of filmmakers. In the next chapter, we will explore Edison's later years, his transition from an inventor to an industrial magnate, and his impact on the world beyond his many inventions. As his career progressed, he continued to shape modern technology, leaving an enduring mark on industry and society. Beyond his achievements as an inventor, Thomas Edison was also a formidable businessman and industrial leader. His ability to commercialize inventions and establish industries played a crucial role in shaping the modern economy. Unlike many inventors who focused solely on experimentation, Edison understood the importance of transforming new ideas into profitable ventures. He built an industrial empire that not only made his inventions widely available, but also influenced the structure of corporate innovation. Edison's entrepreneurial mindset was evident early in his career. From his early telegraph inventions to the phonograph and the electric light bulb, he consistently sought ways to manufacture and market his technologies. He recognized that invention alone was not enough. Successful commercialization required efficient production methods, strategic marketing, and a reliable distribution network. This understanding led him to establish companies that would manufacture and sell his inventions on a large scale. One of Edison's most important contributions to industrial innovation was the establishment of Menlo Park his famous research laboratory in New Jersey. This facility, founded in 1876, was the world's first industrial research and development (R&D) lab, where teams of scientists, engineers, and machinists worked together to develop new technologies. Unlike previous inventors who worked in isolation, Edison created a collaborative environment that encouraged teamwork and systematic experimentation. This model of organized research laid the groundwork for modern corporate R&D departments, which are now standard in technology-driven industries. As Edison's success grew, he expanded his business empire by creating several companies to commercialize his inventions. One of his most significant ventures was the Edison Electric Light Company, which he founded in 1878 to finance and develop his electric lighting system. This company played a crucial role in bringing electric lighting to the public, leading to the construction of power plants and the establishment of the first electrical grids. However, as competition in the electricity industry intensified, Edison's company eventually merged with Thomson-Houston Electric Company in 1892 to form General Electric G, which remains one of the world's largest corporations today. Despite his success, Edison's business strategies were not always flawless. His insistence on direct current DC electricity led him into a heated rivalry with Nikola Tesla and George Westinghouse, who championed alternating current AC as a more efficient way to transmit electricity over long distances. Edison's opposition to AC resulted in the infamous War of Currents, in which he attempted to discredit Tesla and Westinghouse through aggressive tactics, including public demonstrations of AC's dangers. However, AC eventually proved to be the superior system, and Edison's stubbornness on this issue cost him influence in the power industry. In addition to his work in electricity, Edison ventured into several other industries. He founded the Edison Phonograph Company to commercialize recorded sound, leading to the creation of the modern music and recording industry. He also invested in motion pictures, developing early film cameras and projectors, though he eventually lost control of the rapidly evolving movie industry. His attempts to establish dominance in these fields demonstrate both his visionary thinking and his occasional resistance to changing market trends. One of Edison's lesser-known but ambitious business ventures was his work in mining and cement production. In the late 19th century, he attempted to revolutionize the iron ore industry by developing new milling techniques. However, this project failed due to the high costs and inefficiency of the process. Undeterred, Edison repurposed his mining equipment for cement production, founding the Edison Portland Cement Company, which supplied materials for large-scale construction projects, including the original Yankee Stadium in New York. This adaptability exemplifies Edison's determination to turn challenges into new opportunities. Edison's industrial influence extended beyond the products he created. He was a strong advocate for vertical integration, meaning he sought to control every aspect of production, from raw materials to final products. By overseeing manufacturing, supply chains, and sales, he ensured that his businesses operated efficiently and remained competitive. This approach became a model for future industrialists, influencing figures such as Henry Ford, who applied similar principles in the automobile industry. Despite his successes, Edison faced several business setbacks, particularly in his later years. His insistence on using wax cylinders instead of flat discs in the phonograph industry placed him at a disadvantage, as discs became the dominant format. Additionally, his Edison Storage Battery Company, which aimed to develop a more efficient battery for electric vehicles, struggled due to technical limitations and lack of demand. While some of his ventures failed, his ability to adapt and innovate ensured that he remained a powerful force in multiple industries. Edison's role as an industrial leader was not just about profit. He believed in the power of technology to improve people's lives. He championed ideas such as affordable electricity for homes, recorded music for entertainment and education, and motion pictures as a new form of storytelling. His businesses may have been driven by commercial success, but they also contributed to the advancement of society, shaping the modern world in profound ways. As Edison approached the later years of his career, his focus shifted toward refining his existing technologies and mentoring the next generation of innovators. Though he eventually lost dominance in some industries, his influence remained undeniable. In the next chapter, we will explore Edison's later years, his final inventions, and the enduring legacy he left behind. His contributions to science, technology, and industry ensured that his impact would be felt long after his time. As Thomas Edison entered the final phase of his career, his relentless drive for innovation remained undiminished. Even after achieving monumental success in electricity, sound recording, and motion pictures, he continued to explore new areas of scientific discovery. However, the industrial and technological landscape was changing rapidly, and Edison faced increasing competition from younger inventors and emerging corporations. Despite these challenges, he remained committed to the principles of experimentation and perseverance that had defined his life's work. One of Edison's major focuses in his later years was the development of improved storage batteries. He believed that more efficient batteries could revolutionize transportation, particularly by powering electric vehicles. At the time, early automobiles were beginning to emerge, and Edison foresaw the potential for electric cars to replace those powered by gasoline engines. His nickel-iron battery, developed in the early 1900s, was an improvement over lead-acid batteries, offering greater durability and longer life. However, gasoline-powered vehicles, championed by Henry Ford and others, quickly became dominant due to their practicality and range. Although Edison's electric vehicle ambitions were never fully realized in his lifetime, his work on battery technology laid the foundation for modern rechargeable batteries used in electric cars today. Beyond batteries, Edison pursued various chemical and material innovations. During World War I, he was appointed as the head of the Naval Consulting Board, where he advised the U.S. military on technological advancements. Concerned about the nation's reliance on foreign sources for rubber, he led a research project to develop a domestic rubber substitute. This effort resulted in the discovery of a plant, goldenrod, which could produce latex suitable for rubber production. Although synthetic rubber would later become more viable, Edison's research contributed to early efforts in materials science and self-sufficiency in industrial production. Despite his continued passion for discovery, Edison faced increasing difficulty keeping pace with the rapid advancements in science and technology. The early 20th century saw the rise of modern physics, radio communication, and mass production, areas where younger scientists and engineers made groundbreaking progress. Innovations such as Albert Einstein's theory of relativity and quantum mechanics redefined scientific understanding, yet Edison remained skeptical of many new scientific theories. His reluctance to embrace these emerging fields limited his ability to contribute to the next wave of technological breakthroughs. Another notable aspect of Edison's later years was his friendship with Henry Ford, the automobile pioneer. Ford deeply admired Edison and considered him a mentor. Their relationship was mutually beneficial. Edison's insights into battery technology influenced Ford's early experiments with electric cars, while Ford's expertise in mass production demonstrated the future of industrial manufacturing. The two men often traveled together and engaged in philosophical discussions about progress, innovation, and the future of technology. Their friendship symbolized the passing of the torch from one era of inventors to the next. Edison also became increasingly reflective about his own legacy. Unlike his earlier years, when he had been fiercely competitive and protective of his patents, he began to emphasize the importance of education and scientific curiosity. He publicly encouraged young inventors to embrace failure as part of the learning process and to think beyond immediate commercial success. His famous quote, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work," became a guiding principle for future generations of innovators. Despite his shifting focus, Edison remained active in the laboratory until his health began to decline. By the late 1920s, he suffered from diabetes and other age-related ailments, which slowed his ability to work. However, he continued to conduct experiments and offer guidance to his research team. His last major public appearance was in 1929, during the 50th anniversary celebration of the electric light bulb, where he was honored by leading industrialists, scientists, and government officials. The event was attended by President Herbert Hoover and included a grand tribute at Edison's original laboratory in Menlo Park. On October 18, 1931, Thomas Edison passed away at the age of 84 at his home in West Orange, New Jersey. His death marked the end of an era, as he was widely recognized as one of the most influential inventors in history. To honor his legacy, many cities across the United States dimmed their lights for a brief period, symbolizing the profound impact of his contributions to modern electricity. This simple, yet powerful tribute underscored how deeply Edison's work had shaped the world. Edison's later years demonstrated that while he was not always successful in every endeavor, his spirit of experimentation and innovation never wavered. He remained committed to discovery, even as industries evolved beyond his control. His ability to apply scientific principles to real-world problems ensured that his influence extended far beyond his own lifetime. In the final chapter, we will examine Edison's enduring legacy, exploring how his inventions and business strategies continue to shape technology, industry, and daily life in the 21st century. His impact can be seen in fields as diverse as electrical engineering, entertainment, and industrial research, making him one of the most remarkable figures in history. Thomas Edison's contributions to science, technology, and industry are immeasurable, and his influence continues to be felt in the modern world. As an inventor, businessman, and industrial leader, Edison reshaped the landscape of the 19th and 20th centuries in ways that would echo for generations. His work laid the foundations for modern electrical systems, the film industry, and the recording industry, while his innovative approach to research and development set a precedent for how industries would approach scientific inquiry in the future. Edison's legacy is not merely confined to the products he created, but extends to the enduring principles of innovation and entrepreneurship that he embodied throughout his life. One of Edison's most lasting legacies is his development of electricity as a commercialized resource. The widespread adoption of electric lighting, thanks to his inventions such as the incandescent light bulb and the central power station, revolutionized daily life. In the early 20th century, Edison's establishment of the Edison Electric Light Company paved the way for the creation of General Electric (GE), a global conglomerate that remains a leader in technology and industrial products. Edison's vision of a world illuminated by electric light was realized, fundamentally altering not only how people lived, but also how industries operated. His work in electricity formed the backbone of modern electrical grids and power systems, influencing energy distribution and consumption to this day. Edison's influence extends far beyond the realm of electricity. His development of the phonograph gave rise to the music and sound recording industries, allowing for the preservation and distribution of sound. Before Edison's invention, music could only be experienced in live performances, but the phonograph introduced the ability to record and replay sound, forever changing how people interacted with music, news, and entertainment. The widespread adoption of recorded music, initially through Edison's wax cylinders and later through vinyl records and other formats, laid the foundation for the music industry that we know today. His innovations also impacted radio broadcasting, sound films, and digital audio technologies, making his influence pervasive in the entertainment industry. In the realm of motion pictures, Edison's contributions are equally significant. Though he lost control of the industry to competitors such as Georges Méliès and the Lumière brothers, Edison's development of the kinetoscope and vitascope were crucial milestones in the birth of cinema. Edison's efforts in motion pictures demonstrated his keen understanding of how technology could be used to tell stories and entertain audiences. His investments in early film technologies set the stage for the explosion of the Hollywood film industry in the 20th century. Even today, the way films are produced, distributed, and projected owes a great deal to Edison's work. Edison's commitment to research and development also had a profound impact on the corporate world. His establishment of the Menlo Park Laboratory marked a fundamental shift in how companies approach scientific discovery. Rather than relying on individual inventors working in isolation, Edison created a team-oriented approach to innovation. His laboratory became the model for modern corporate R&D facilities, and the principles of collaborative innovation, systematic experimentation, and product development cycles that he championed are now commonplace in industries around the globe. Today, companies in technology, pharmaceuticals, and manufacturing all owe a debt to Edison's methods, as they continue to build on the foundation of industrialized innovation he pioneered. In addition to his work in industry, Edison's entrepreneurial spirit serves as a model for generations of innovators and business leaders. He was not only an inventor, but a savvy businessman who understood the importance of turning ideas into profitable ventures. Edison's ability to commercialize his inventions, from electric light to motion pictures, allowed him to create industries that would shape the future. His involvement in the founding of General Electric and his various business ventures demonstrated his foresight in recognizing new opportunities and taking calculated risks. In this regard, Edison's life offers a blueprint for aspiring entrepreneurs, highlighting the importance of vision, persistence, and adaptability in achieving success. Edison's legacy also lives on through his commitment to education and the encouragement of young inventors. As a passionate advocate for learning and experimentation, he believed in the importance of hands-on experience and learning through trial and error. His famous quote, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work," reflects his belief in the value of perseverance. Edison's approach to failure as a stepping stone to success has influenced generations of inventors, scientists, and engineers, reminding them that failure is not an endpoint, but a necessary part of the process of discovery. His legacy as an educator and mentor continues through the many individuals and institutions that have carried on his principles of innovation. Moreover, Edison's life and work are a testament to the power of perseverance. Though he faced numerous challenges throughout his career, including financial setbacks, business failures, and fierce competition from other inventors, he remained steadfast in his belief that technology could improve the world. His dedication to pushing the boundaries of what was possible, even when others doubted him, is an inspiring example of resilience. In a world that often values immediate success, Edison's life reminds us that true innovation often requires years of hard work, setbacks, and a willingness to tackle seemingly insurmountable problems. Edison's legacy has also influenced the cultural perception of inventors. He became synonymous with the idea of the self-made genius, a figure who can change the world through sheer intelligence, creativity, and hard work. This image of Edison as the quintessential American inventor has been cemented in popular culture, where his persona represents both the triumphs and struggles of invention. In many ways, he embodied the American dream, a symbol of the transformative power of innovation and the potential of individual achievement. Finally, Edison's legacy endures in the continued advancement of technology and science. His contributions to electricity, sound recording, and motion pictures have laid the groundwork for the modern technologies we use every day. From the light bulbs that illuminate our homes to the smartphones we use to listen to music and watch films, Edison's influence can be traced in virtually every facet of our modern, technology-driven world. His ability to see the potential in new ideas and his willingness to invest in the future have made him a figure whose work continues to inspire those who push the boundaries of what is possible. In conclusion, Thomas Edison's contributions to science, technology, and business are profound and far-reaching. His work has shaped industries, revolutionized communication and entertainment, and laid the foundation for modern innovation. Edison's legacy is not only defined by the inventions he created, but by the principles of experimentation, perseverance, and entrepreneurship that he exemplified. His impact on the world is immeasurable, and his life remains an enduring symbol of the power of human ingenuity and determination. Edison's innovations have helped shape the modern world, and his influence will continue to be felt for generations to come.